Hello, you're listening to Hugo Talks. It's Friday, the 5th of March. Another lockdown news roundup. We've got news from Israel, which has gone from bad to worse. Some clips around the world, and going to start with this that I saw this afternoon. This tweet from Anna Breeze. She's an ex-BBC presenter, has been doing a lot of anti-lockdown news. She tweeted this interesting document. She did ask in the tweet, is it a forgery or is it a leak? Well, it's up on a government website. It took me 5 seconds to find it. I don't understand why she said that, because there are people in the reply saying, yeah, it's a forgery, when it isn't, so it's a bit odd. Anyhow, this document really highlights how much of a psychological operation is going down and how feckin' desperate the government is to get everybody to take this jab. This document is all about, it says here, optimizing the message and its impact. This is from the Behavior Change Unit, okay? And they group together all of their targets. It's basically about persuading all these demographics to get with the program and take the jab. Persuade you to get the jab or conform. We've got one for managers, one for healthcare workers, care home residents, all the over 65s, care workers, and we've got one for young people. So we have a whole page of what to do, what not to do, advice on the messages to land well, how to deliver that message, and then the behavioural insight support of this advice. It's a full-on proper psychological operation. So let's have a look at the young, for the young. You can see that they give tips on how to make them feel guilty. Emphasize that it's the only way back to normal. I'll give one example here. They do this. This is what they highlight to do. It says, do highlight popular normal life activities that young people can engage in again once vaccinated, like socializing, sports, exercise, work, lectures, events, etc. and gigs. So basically, what they're saying here is put temptation in view. Say to them, you can go back to doing the things you love, the things we have taken away from you, but you have to get the jab. Then we have the don'ts. You don't do this. Don't focus on we're in this together. It says here, young people feel unfairly treated by us, so they are anticipating that young people will negatively react to the we are all in this together. And rightly so, because it's all bullshit. So in this particular guide to what not to say, they're recommending that you don't say those words, we are all in this together, when you are trying to persuade the young people. And then we have messages and actions that will land well. And they say, the more young people vaccinated, the safer it will be, and the less likely will be future lockdowns. If you want to be able to do what you want, then having the vaccine is the fastest and safest way to achieve this. So basically, blackmail. Give them an ultimatum and make them feel guilty and imply they are being selfish at the same time if they don't. And then next it says what the delivery route of this particular message to the young. And it says digital media, internet, email, social media, apps, texts, face-to-face and outdoor media in clubs, schools and universities. And then finally we have the behavioural insight from Mindspace. Incentives. Our responses to incentives are shaped by predictable mental shortcuts, such as strongly avoided losses, desire for immediate gratification, comparison to a reference point, and overestimating small chances. So this is just one small section of all of these documents. There's loads more. So as you can see, a complete detailed psychological breakdown program in order to persuade, in order to nudge all of these different parts of society into getting the jab. I'll stick a link to the government page in the description. Now, there are a lot of reports coming in from Israel where they have introduced the green passport. Saying that, well, a lot of pressure is being applied to kids to get the vaccination there. Basically, you can't do exams. If you don't get the jab, people are losing their jobs. There's all sorts of stuff coming out of Israel. And many people have been sharing their messages from Israel on social media, and they are getting wiped. So here I have this message. I don't know who it's from. I can't validate what they are saying, but here it is.
I hope you've been well. It's been very, very very intense over here in Israel. I don't know how much you're seeing, but it's terrible. It's a very, 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 very frightening situation. So I joined a brand new, we had a human rights movement, and we made it into a political party that's running in our Knesset in less than a month. And they're censoring us and attacking us, and they won't allow any media, nothing. They took away the head of the party's his medical license, and they removed our platforms from Facebook, and now they won't let the media even write about us. So we want to ask all the international, anywhere we can get to publicize what we are saying. It's a very bad situation here. They're not letting children as young as 16 to take their matriculation exams without taking this injection. They are, of course, insisting people for work. They're making this green passport where half the population cannot get into theaters or malls or all sorts of things unless they've taken the vaccination. They're creating a medical apartheid. They have now issued, just this morning, they made it that they're allowed to send each person's private medical records to the local municipality so that they'll know who's taken the injection or not. They're making people wear a ankle bracelet, security bracelet, when they come back from traveling. It's absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane.
So that doesn't sound too hectic, does it? I mean, this country, Israel, this is the country that the UK and Ireland are putting up, are holding up as the gold standard. Yeah, sounds feckin' great. We can't allow this to happen. We've got to say no to this, especially with the school kids. Don't fall into the trap. On a lighter note, and I say, is there such a thing as a lighter note at the moment? But here's a well-known American writer, Ben Stein. I've never heard of him myself, but apparently he is very well known, and he made a video talking about his Moderna jab and the side effects, and he seems a little bit confused.
A word of warning to you, my fellow Americans, or whatever you are. I had the COVID booster, the Moderna, about 4 or 5 days ago, and I am still feeling wild side effects from it. Like I had the worst flu in the world, extreme shortness of breath, dizziness, fatigue, extremely irrational thinking. It has just been devastating. I'm glad I got it. Sort of glad. I don't know, just a little bit glad, and also not quite so glad. But it has just got to be told to the people, us people, we people, us people, that this booster is a killer. I mean, it's not going to kill you literally, but it is very, very strong. Beware.
I like the way he says the booster is a killer. Oh, no, I don't mean to say it's a killer. Not exactly a great advert for the jab, is it? Why would you want to go through 4 days of the worst flu you've ever had to avoid a virus that has a 99.9% survival rate, and even if you do get it, will be probably asymptomatic or just mild symptoms? Now, I like to try and end on positive news. Now, on my Telegram channel, if you haven't joined it, come on over 10,000 followers now. But on the Telegram channel earlier, someone posted a live streaming video of Matt Hancock's 5 p.m. briefing to the nation. It was a live YouTube link from Sky News, and the guy put up a link and said, go and give it a thumbs down, this video. I went over, started to watch it, and it was, oh my God, I don't know, I haven't watched one of these for a while, and it was painful to watch the utter shite, complete brainwashing crap about all of the same guff, the variants, the young people, get your jab, oh, we've a long road yet to go, this buffoon and his brainwashing nonsense. Anyway, I duly downvoted the video and left. and it had a huge amount of downvotes at the time. Turns out that the video got so many downvotes that Sky, after it was streamed, they privated the video after the stream. Didn't want to leave it up there on YouTube with this massive amount of downvotes on it, which shows that there is absolutely very little backing for the government. So it's a good sign, and it also shows how much impetus the mainstream media are giving to the way everything looks, to impressions. They are so concerned with creating this false environment of how the government and their vaccination policy and passport policy is like really popular, that they have to hide the video that has got loads of downvotes. So it's all about appearances, and it's fake. Okay, as always, thank you for listening. Come and subscribe to hugotalks.com to get updates every time I upload a video. And since I got suspended from YouTube, I've set up a Patreon account. So if you want to support me, it's much appreciated. And thanks to all of those who have done so far. Oh, and I'll tell you what, here's another video to highlight the mad clown world we are living in. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Hi.
You have a mask?
No, I don't.
I can give you one.
You can give me one?
I can give you one. I need you to wear a mask.
So you can hand me a mask?
I can hand you one, yeah.
But you can't hand me the drink without a mask?
You've got to wear a mask.
How does that make any sense?
That's what I just need you to wear a mask. Do you mind?
Well, if you can hand me a mask, why can't you just hand me the drink?
I can hand you the mask.
So